Good morning, everybody. Jack Leeson with StartupTrading.com. It is March 18th here, 9:07 in the morning. Title of the video, held the daily halfway back short resistance. So yesterday in my morning trade plan, I gave some levels above, and those levels are basically our highs. In the morning, we came down into those traditional sequences I was anticipating, and then we completed those targets and ran all the way up into and reacted from the halfway back. Now I'm looking at the NQM25 contract here. Let me just back out. But yesterday in the shared levels, I was drawing from this Tuesday high, March 4th, to what is the low, and that gave us a 20,150. Now we got up to that level towards the end of the day in quite a short squeeze. It was straight up, okay, just nothing here, nothing here. We didn't even have a red bar for like a few, like almost well over an hour. There was one red bar. It's not something we've seen. And then you had your fair value gap single print here, this blue box, that's what that is. And as soon as we lost that with like, I don't know, 15 minutes left in the day, 10 minutes left in the day, it was a collapse lower. And from that point, we've been inside extension shorts. And we've traded it once at the open of the day, the new day, this swing low to low. That completed targets. That same anchor new low traded on Asia, and it was a 20,015. It's come just shy of its completion. Okay, just shy of its completion. That completion is going to be a 19,878 here if we can get it here this morning. If we break this extension, I would think longs are beginning to potentially validate themselves. We need to hold this extension if we are going to go straight down. Now, yesterday, we held a halfway back long from the Friday low to high, and the high is the target. I mean, it's very clean draw. It was like tick, tick. That same draw is where we are at right now. That same draw is where we are at right now. So it'll be interesting to see if there's support here, and this today is going to get maybe a rally or a retest this 20,150. I definitely think that's a possibility that we retest at 20,150 before heading lower. I would love to see for longs, or need to see us. We need to stay above yesterday's regular trading hour session low. So far we've done, but the open can increase that volatility. So there would be that target hit. We've kind of run down into yesterday's bottom of the range. And if we do that, the next thing I would look for is for us to break the extension. But if we, this extension was a little sloppy, kind of traded the 61 and then has come down. So I'm going to be looking for, this prior day's support levels to trade, as well as this profit target, and then just have my stop below the 61 and look for a reversion back up into the extension first thing this morning. But if we don't hold this, here, of course, you can always draw the full halfway back long, and we may come down to that, but that could definitely come into play here today. That full halfway back long would be 19,770. So if we do, start losing lows, that would be the next level I'd expect us to go, and that's basically the prior lows of the day. So if we don't hold these levels here off the open, then look for us to eventually get that prior low of the day here today in the NASDAQ. And then for the S&P, there was this extension that I was using from 945 to high once we broke out of those highs. And when that actually traded is really when the market began rallying. That same anchor new high is in play right here. That same anchor new high is in play right here. So it'll be interesting to see if the ES just gets bid. The ES is more aggressive. And that's really all I have outside of a full halfway back long. which would be quite a ways away, 56, 61s. Of course, could trade in this volatility. Anything is possible. And that halfway back I mentioned yesterday, from once again March 4th high to low, 57.45. I definitely think that is a possibility of, once again, that we may be retesting. So we'll see if this ES gets a bid off its same anchor new high, and the Nasdaq gets a bid off its same anchor, even though it's traditional that it traded yesterday. And if it does, I think we're gonna make a run back for highs before this FOMC. Even though the FOMC is a nothing burger, there'll still be some positioning going into it. But that's really all I got. So I'll share these levels with you guys in the room. Everybody trade safe and have a great day.